Hiya Huns, son of me, name a gamer, and welcome back to another Chatter Hun special. Chatter Hun is this segment of my channel where we aren't live streaming, we're talking rubbish and we're talking games, and I'm back with another episode. It's been a while, but yeah, I've just been focusing mainly on the live streaming and stuff. But I'm coming up with new ideas. I am streaming less to make sure I can get more stuff like this done. Reviews, and this came to me and I thought, you know what? It's a gaming channel. Might be a bit niche, but let's share our experience. Now, I just want to say, first off, I get that it's not the most professional setup. I'm using the iPad to record this. Obviously, what I'm about to show you is on the PlayStation Store, and the PlayStation 5 doesn't let us record the store and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to be showing you like my credit card details, so don't get your screenshots on just yet, your print screen. But and I'm just not that far into me streaming yet where I'm going to start using like capture cards and stuff. So I'm doing the next best thing. I mean, the iPad isn't bad quality. It may not look the best, but it might not be the best audio, but it's going to kind of get across the point that I'm going to try and make. So apologies for that, but no apologies really. So let's get cracking. So today I'm going to bring to you something that I have started to do recently, trying to get a bit creative in lockdown, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to share with you all, because some of you might find it really interesting, some of you might not, but I mean, I find it really fun. And it's this idea of mystery boxes. So we all know what a mystery box is. Basically, a lot of people sell them on Amazon, on eBay, things like that, where you get like 50 games for like 30 quid, or 10 PS3 games for £10 and stuff like that. And I've never actually really bought one, and I've seen a lot of people, do videos about them, so it's always made me kind of be tempted, if I'm honest. But at the same time, I've just never done it yet, and I was thinking a couple of weeks ago about them, and I came up with this really great, well, for me it's really great. It's very niche, and it's very mathematic, because I'm very pedantic. But it's that kind of idea of, not choosing so much what you're going to buy, and just kind of going with the flow and see what you're given. So what I tend to do is, when a new sale launches on the PlayStation Store, I kind of use that as a mystery box. What would be in that mystery box? Double discount PlayStation Plus, what that mystery box look like? And obviously doing it digitally, it has got its pros and cons. Obviously, the biggest con of doing a digital mystery box, if you will, is the fact that the games that you get given, you can't trade in. That's the biggest thing, I've seen a lot of people who, even if they get a game they've already got or they don't like, they either trade it in or they'll recycle the box if they're collecting. They might find that the artwork in one is amazing and the box isn't too great or whatever. So I kind of get that idea. So obviously you can't do that with a digital one, but it means that you're a little bit more in control and you can set your own rules and your own agenda as to what you want to see come out of the end. As long as you've got the element of mystery and you've got the element of just not picking what you're eventually going to buy, that kind of adds to the mystery of it still. So the first step that I do, again, if the screen goes a bit fuzzy, I will try and get the picture to clear a bit more. So apologies if that keeps changing. I go to the deals and we see what deals are on at the moment, and we've got a new sale that's on today, which is the Essential Picks, and then the PlayStation Indies, which is 75% off. I think is running till next week. So the first thing that I do is set myself a budget. Now I always think to myself, 100% of a sale, I'm thinking £100, okay? So I take my, at 100% sale, I know that's full price, but just the way my maths works, at 100% of a sale, is £100. So in these instances of the different sale prices we've got here, we've got save 75% and save 60%. So we're going to be going with the Essential Picks one. And what I do is I take that percentage, turn it into a money value, so 60% is £60, and take that off of the £100 budget at 100%. So that gives you £40. Now the reason I do it that way is because the higher or lower the sale discount, the more or less money that you need, if that makes sense. So if games are at 90%, the budget I would set is £10, because you'd need less than if the sale was 50%, which would be £50. Now again, this is the greatest thing about it. This is the way I do it, and if anyone actually does this, not that I think people will, but I just like to share my ideas, but if anyone actually does this, the greatest thing about this is that you are in control. You can set your own budget. You might think, yeah, I've got a budget of 20 quid each sale or whatever it is. Then you do that, and that's perfect. But that's the biggest thing about this, is that you can be in control. It's not like you're leaving it in the hand of somebody else to send you these games. Yes, they're not going to be physical, they're going to be digital, but it means you can put a few more restrictions on there to make sure that if you are budgeting and you want to do this, then you can have a bit more control on what you actually get out of it. Because at the end of the day, we all like different types of games, and we all game for different reasons. So there's no reason why you can't adjust the criteria that I'm going to go through to your own needs. So we are saying then today that our budget for this sale, Essential Picks, is £40. If it was to be the save up to 75%, then your budget would be 25. Well, my budget would be £25. I think that's the maths, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So my budget for that would be £25. I've already looked at the indies and kind of decided what I would do on that one. I've not actually bought anything in that sale, but anyway. So the next thing that I want to do is, I've kind of set myself a criteria. Obviously, I'll show you all the games there. I've kind of set myself a criteria of what I want and don't want. The kind of idea is just letting the games come as they come, and then buying that game. Now, I want to make sure, because I like the idea of us doing a Saver Saturday. So any games that I buy in these sales from these mystery boxes, I then want to play it on a Saturday with you guys to kind of see if they're any good. The thing when you buy cheap games, or you buy a lot of cheap games, is they might not be any good, but you might find a real gem that you've never thought of playing before, and that's kind of my understanding of what a mystery box is. Finding a couple of odd gems, and then that one time where you get a game, you're like, oh, I've always wanted to play this, but just never picked it up yet. So this is kind of my reasoning behind the criteria that I've got. So the first thing I want to make sure is that the games that I buy are not co-op only. So where they're online only, I know Fortnite's free, but games like Fortnite where it's built around co-op only, I want it to have a story or a campaign or something like that that we can play on the channel. Make sure that the game is not fully VR. I do have a PlayStation VR on the PS4. I've not quite connected to the PS5 yet, but again, for the sake of streaming, I don't really want any VR games, so I'll make sure if any of them come along, I'll skip past it. Must be able, as I say, to finish solo, so have a campaign. Want to make sure that it's not already on Xbox Game Pass, because we have got the Series X, which we got on the what's it called? I can never remember. It's called All Access. We got it on the All Access. So we got it on the All Access, which included 2 years of Ultimate. So I want to make sure, using the Xbox app, that I'm not the game isn't already on there, because I can play it on there. Fair enough, in the future it might get taken down, but for now I want to make sure that it's not on there. And the biggest one, and some of you may disagree or agree, I know it's a big thing with physical mystery boxes, but I want to make sure that the games that I get are not, because I don't like these type of games, no racing, no sports, no board games. I don't mind the board games, like you see there, Monopoly Plus, but we wouldn't play that on the stream, because there's no campaign as far as I'm aware with most of them. So that's the kind of idea behind that. I don't like them. So we can't play park games on the stream. So that's the reasoning behind it. So they're my criteria that I set. You can choose something different. You might love racing games. Go, right, let's get yourself a right bargain. But I don't like racing games or sports games, and they're usually the ones that are cheapest. And it's the same when you buy a physical mystery box. Most of the games you buy are sports games. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we skip past that. Anything else is fine, I'll try anything. Anything at all, I will try, but I just know I'm not probably going to enjoy a racing game or a sports game. And I can't really play a board game on the stream. So that's my criteria. So now that we've got the criteria ready, and as we go through it, I'm going to do it like on the video, like select the games and show what I choose and write them down. I'm just going to get my notes up to make sure that each game that I find... I mean, some of them, if I've said this, some of the games I might not have heard of. So if I choose this criteria and end up accidentally picking a game that is in one of these criterias, then, you know, that's for me to learn as we go. But, so if I decide I'm going to get a game, and it was actually this, that and the other, don't want to shout at me, I'm trying to learn. So the next thing that I want to do is order these. Now, one big thing to make sure that you don't do, if you're doing it the way that I do it, is do high to low. The problem that you have on the PlayStation Store when you do high to low is that it actually orders the high to low from the original sale price, not the new price. So you can see there that Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the Ultimate Edition, was meant to be £100, but it's now actually 20. Then you see that the Ultimate Edition of Black Ops Cold War was $89.99. So you can see that it actually orders them in the original price, so you're not actually going to get the cheapest sale price at the beginning. So what I do is, to make sure I'm getting fairly new-ish games, or the newest games I can get, I go to release date new to old. So that I know that the games that I'm picking first are the newest games. They probably will be expensive still, but at the same time, they're going to be newer games, and then you can go backwards in that sense. And then to start finally picking the games, I start off with a £5 budget. So I will look for the games that are £5 or less to get the ball rolling. So if we do that quick, look through the games. I'm just going to check the quality of the iPad, make sure we haven't blurred. There we go, we're looking alright, I think. It's a little bit blurred, but can't be a beggar. It's not going to be that long of a video. I'm not going to do videos like this often. This is going to be like a one-off. So if we look through the games, so we've got, let's try and find the first game that's at £5. Oh, another thing I want to make sure that we're not doing is buying costumes, add-on packs, season passes, anything like that. I just want full games, as they are, not any packs or anything. So if we keep looking across, these are all $2.99, but they're costumes. That's an add-on, but that wasn't less than £5. That's an add-on. Just got to keep an eye. That's an add-on. I think these are add-ons, yeah, they're weapons. That's an add-on. That's a game bundle. What's this? Warface Breakout. So I can click, so that's $4.99 and it's 50% off and it's the deluxe edition. So if I click on that, it is an in-game online play required. So this looks like it is just a battle royale type game. Includes War exclusive, Night Slayer, tactical online, first person shooter where a tight gunplay and strategic team to find the high stakes player versus player, engaging fierce gunfight. So yeah, this is an online game, so that does not fit my criteria. So I don't want to download that one. So we'll skip that one. That's a level. Where are we? That is an add-on pack. Keep looking through it. It's really interesting because you see games that you've never even thought of looking at before. That's an add-on. $5.99. Here we go. What's this? Oh, that's an add-on pack. Deluxe edition content. Yeah, we don't want that. What's this? That's an add-on. You do find when you start doing it at first, you're gonna find that a lot of the stuff is add-on. But there are a couple of games that are under £5. You'd be surprised when I've done like pretend, like gone through them. Final Fantasy, that's a level. $5.99, 16, $1.99. That's an add-on. Premium upgrade, I think that is. Warface add-on. You've got a free game here. Multiplayer. I won't say that's included. Here we go. Oh, that's a level. How much do I bought? That's under £5. That's a level. You're going to get sick of me on that. Also, going into that Game Pass one, just while we're looking through, I want to make sure that it's not a part of PlayStation Now as well, because I've got PlayStation Now as well as. So I want to make sure that it's not on there, because I don't want to pay for the same thing twice. Yes, it can get taken down, but for now, as I say, I want to make sure. £5 or less. That's an add-on, I think. Snow, yeah, that's an add-on. What's this? That's a level. Shovel Knight. Some of them I've never even heard of. Which is good, because it means we're playing games that we've never heard of. That's a level. $14.99. Here you are. Gauntlet Slayer Edition. What's this? PlayStation Plus required for online play. Supports up to 4 online players. Online play is optional. Invade the darkness of the new Gauntlet Slayer Edition. Fight with your friends through the monstrous hordes, like in a myriad of unique dungeons as you scout for gold with new heroes, abilities and customization. Available exclusively on the PS4. It looks pretty solo. You can play that solo. It says online is optional. So there we go. There's our first game. I'll just go make sure that it's not... Oh, it said exclusively anyway, didn't it? So it's not really on there. I also like to look on how long to beat. Because then it tells you whether it's a single player game or not. Gauntlet, is that it there? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, main story. Takes about 6 hours. Perfect, so that'll be our first game then. Slayer, and that was meant to be $15.99. It's now $3.99. So that's us starting that then. £3.99. Yes. I could add it to my basket, but I don't want to show you my details. So there's one game. That's exciting. Any other £5? No. So we just got the one game there for £5. Not too bad. Just means we've got more for the old next one. So now that we've got our first game that's under £5, we can move up one. Obviously, the way when you move up one, you obviously start to get less. But, you know, at the end of the day, you might come out the end of it and only have spent 35 or whatever. So it's very, very difficult to get it to be dead on 40 or your budget, and you probably will spend less. But that's fine because it's always stuff that you can use in the future. So now we want to go up one and we want to go to games under £10. So we just do exactly the same thing. That's a level. That's not under £10. All you can eat. I wanted to get that game one day, but it doesn't fit the criteria. That's an add-on. I think it's sometimes you might get a game and you're like, oh my god, really? Some you can just like skip. That was an add-on, wasn't it? Yeah, that was an add-on. I was going to say, please don't tell me I forgot a game. Ooh, sometimes you do that and you're like, no. That is an add-on. 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 What's this? Add-on. Add-on. Hot Sword Edition. What's that? Expansion. Scour, scour, scour. That one we said was another thingy. There we go. Overcooked and Overcooked 2. Now, I've got one of the Overcookeds already. And this is only the PS4 version. So I'm going to skip this one. Only because I've already got one of the Overcooked that came with PlayStation Plus. And I do eventually want to just make sure that I get it on the PS5. So I'm going to skip that one for now. Because I know I'll probably get that in the future, and because we can't trade them in, I want to make sure that I save it. So I don't want that one just now, so we can just skip it. What's this? Blasphemous. So that's under Blasphemous. What does the description say here? What does it even look like? Was this side scroller? Not tend to be a game that I would usually go for. Come out in 2019. Punishing action adventure that combines the fast-paced, skilled hack and slash. So that seems like a very single player game. Let me just check Game Pass and make sure it's not on there. Sorry if you already know it's not an Xbox game. Yeah, it's not on there. And let me check on here. Blasphemous takes about 13 hours. And that is $7.99. Oh, sorry, it was meant to be $19.99. Good savings. I mean, it's not like the games were meant to be like super cheap. So we had $7.99 to that. We're at £11.98. Perfect. I've got 2 games. Not too bad. So that was 60% off. That's brilliant. So we're going to add that to our basket. Sorry if this video goes on for a while. I feel like it is going to be a long one. Just while we get through it. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. That is on the Game Pass for Xbox. So I am not going to get that one. That's an add-on. Surviving Mars is an add-on. That's an add-on as well. So we've still got like just under £30 left, so we've still got quite a bit to get through. For Honor. Add-on pack. Add-on. That's included, so I don't want that one. No point even checking, hun. Ooh, that's just over, innit? Look at that. Just over. Not yet, hun. Not your time to shine yet. One day. Yeah, what's this? Dragon Ball Fighterz. Should have been $47.99. Okay. To me, it just looks like a fighting game. Well, not just a fighting game, you know. Dragon Ball Z Fighterz is born for what makes Dragon Ball Super so loved. Endless, spectacular fights. It is PS Plus, online play is optional, perfect. So let's just make sure it's not on Game Pass. Dragon Ball, it's not on Game Pass. Dragon Ball, and just make sure that it isn't a main story. Dragon Ball Fighterz is 11 hours, so yeah, we can have that. It was meant to be £47.99, and it is £6.71. So add that to our total, add £6.71. We're on £18.69. So we've got 3 games, we're on £18.69. So we've still got just under half, over half left. That's brilliant. The Impatient, that's VR required, so I won't get that. That's VR required, won't get that. Final Fantasy Digital Edition. Oh my god, it's so cute. The only thing is, I'm not very good. I have put at the huge popular rise system of additional features, trophies, game boosts such as high speed and no encounter modes, auto saves, and high definition. That's so cute. The only thing I will say did they ever do a remake of it? I only ask because I'm not very good at all the different versions of Final Fantasy. I mean it like you've got Final Fantasy VII Remake, then they've actually got the Final Fantasy VII. So I just want to make sure that there isn't like another version, a high quality version, which I don't think there is. I think that is it. There's not a remake of it. So that's fine, yeah, we'll get that one. I played Final Fantasy VII. Great. What's this one? I'm not very good at my rooming numerals as well. Is that 9? Let me look it up. Yeah, 9. Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, we'll get that. I'm sure a lot of people talk about that actually. Somebody recommended it to me. So hey, tip top that it's on there. It was meant to be $16.99. That's surprising. I thought it would have been higher than that. But it was actually £8.49. £27.18 we're on. So got 13 quid left. Here's the tricky bit is when you get to when you got the couple of pence. So let's keep going, under £10. Here we go, Shovel Knight, Specter of Torment. What's this one? Another like side scroller. Doesn't look like it's online. If you've purchased Shovel Knight Treasure Trove for your system, you will not need to purchase Shovel Knight Spectre. This title is included with all versions of Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Okay. Is Treasure Trove on here? That seems like it would probably be worth saving it for when that goes down. Here's Treasure Trove. Oh, so it's $13.99. Complete Shovel Knight collection containing all 5 games. Dig, blast, slash and bash your way through. Okay, what we'll do then is we won't get that Shovel Knight because if there is a version that includes all of them, I mean, I'm not going to keep doing research into like everything. I've only just said that for that one because it's said it in the description. Otherwise I probably wouldn't be phased, if I'm honest. Doesn't say there this is including any other version, is it? No. in a pitch book like world. So cute. So yeah, we'll skip Shovel Knight for just in case for future. Because I'd hate to have the same game twice. Nobody likes that. World of Final Fantasy. Oh, they've really got a Final Fantasy hype going, haven't they? What is this? It's a role-playing game. It came out in 2017. Embark on an adventure unlike any other. Before to an all-new world with charming sound visuals for both young and young at heart. Players will capture, customize, evolve iconic monsters by stacking them to form adorable yet. Monster Towers. What is it? Never heard of it before. Right, let's make sure that it isn't on... It's under £10, so it can be. It's called World of... So it's not on there. What is it on How Long to Beat? World of Final Fantasy main story. 35.5 hours, that's a long game. That was meant to be 1999. And it is 9.99. So now that brings us to 37.17. 37.17. Which leaves us with £2.83. There we go. So that now leaves us with the £2.83. Which is great. What I would then tend to do now is, obviously we know that there isn't any games less than £5 anymore because we got them all. So what I would just tend to do now is just to kind of, because I've set a budget, try and maximise the games that I've got without going over budget. So I would probably say, right, let's go and look through the DLC for them to see if there's like any additions that we can maybe upgrade to at a different price. So is there any add-ons for this one? There is, but it's $3.99. So that takes us over budget, so we won't do that. Blasphemous. Anything for that? Have I gone past it? Could you imagine? Where's it gone? There it is. Blasphemous. Oh no. Wrong game. Blasphemous. Sorry, the camera keeps shaking. I've got this up here. Usually you can click this. No other edition. No DLC for that. That's fine. Dragon Ball Fighterz. I don't know if that was up or down. I mean, some of these games we might play and be like, what is this? I hate it. But that's why I do it this way, because then I know I'm choosing a game that is cheap. And if I don't like it, then it's just like, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But you might find that one game that you go, do you know what? What a hun. Here it is, Dragon Ball Fighterz. Any other edition of it? Oh, there are some different editions of it. Is it going to be worth an upgrade? Who knows? What we got here? So we've got nothing here that's... We've got some characters. But I think I'm not bothered about some characters. I'm just thinking more of an edition where it's like, get season pass. No. What were the different editions? They're probably going to be... The thing is, that's the thing, sometimes they get really expensive. So you get the Fighterz edition, which is 70 quid. Which is definitely a no-no. And then you've got the Ultimate edition, which is $84.99. So there's no upgrade for that one that we're going to be getting. I don't think there's anything on Final Fantasy 9. The game bundle, it says. I wonder what is the bundle. Nothing extra on that. And the last one was Final Fantasy World of Final Fantasy. That doesn't have any other additions. This has some add-ons. That's some free stuff. Let's have a look. I mean, the add-ons I'm never too fussed on. It's more the different editions. They've got this add-on, which is Maxima Upgrade. I've got cramp. But it's all over budget. So that is pretty much our set for this mystery box of a sale. So yeah, that's it, and that's all that we do, and that's all that you need to do. So in this instance, we have spent £37.17. We've got left over £2.83. If you really want, you can dive into a different sale if you like, but I don't, because I like to keep it just, this one. I mean, but if you do the math, so we've spent £37.17, £15.99, £19.99, £47.99, £16.99, and then £19.99, £120.95 that should have cost. So they're not the games that you buy, even though you are doing it like £5, then £10, £15, whatever. The games that you buy, and they're not necessarily cheap themselves. I mean, especially in these type of sales, like the games they're quite, well, £20 for the game. It's you're not saying that it's a cheap game, do you? There we go. That's the overcooked I've bought. So yeah, that's it. That is how I would do a mystery box. So we've got Gauntlet Slayer Edition, Blasphemous, Dragon Ball Fighters, Final Fantasy 9, and World of Final Fantasy. So our plan is we will play these games on a Saturday, save a Saturday. We'll start with Gauntlet because that was the first game that came up. And we'll just go through them, and then once we finish them, or we've give up on some of them, I don't know, we'll then have a look at what sale's on, and we'll do it all again. And then for each different sale, if people like it and want to see it, I won't do a video like this, but I'll kind of just do like a short little video showing what my mystery box would be for that sale. I could always do one for the indie one as well. That's the same sort of thing. So again, doing new to old, starting with £5. My budget would be £25. So the first game that would be on there is Vera Blank, Ghost in the Castle, as long as it's not on Game Pass. So that gives you the idea. But thanks so much for watching. Sorry it was a bit long. It was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but hopefully that's kind of entertained or give you a new idea. I just think it's my own little spin on a mystery box, and instead of going out and buying one, it's just kind of there for you ready, which I find is kind of fun. So thanks for joining. Tune in tomorrow if you are watching it Wednesday night or Wednesday. We'll be back on Dead Island for Throwback Thursday. Then Friday we'll be back on Astrobot. And then on Saturday we'll start this Gauntlet Slayer. So yeah, thanks for joining. I'm trying to do this in one take, and it's been going well so far. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for joining. Sorry about the quality again, but hopefully it's fine. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!